Thank you. Welcome, 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 all 0 of you to this live stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Marcus Kwesi. I specialize in informing rich people about what to do with their money, essentially. But in addition to that, retired corporate professional, retired professional athlete, retired roadman, retired refugee, immigrant son, brother, boyfriend, and I'm here to help you live, breathe, feel the business class lifestyle. So what is the business class lifestyle, you ask? What is it? I'm going to tell you. So it's just a concept that I coined where, in terms of the way you live your life, if you look at it in terms of airplanes and the type of ways you can fly, you've got your economy, that's a given, it's a standard economy, standard. You've got premium economy, where you do a little bit of work, you can get something a little bit nicer. And then you've got business class, that's where you want to be. It's got everything you need, more than enough capacity. And if you want to, every now and then, you can treat yourself to a first class. Or if it's, a flight where it doesn't warrant a business class, you go and you do your little economy, you know what I mean? But in terms of a business class lifestyle, what I'm talking about is getting yourself into a position where you're very, very comfortable. You've got good levels of health, wealth, and relationships effectively across all those 3 fronts. And you're able to kind of live your best supreme life. Now that we got that, we're going to get into this show. We're going to get deep into this show because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to unpack and get in on this. So your haters are hiding in plain sight. So what we're going to do is going to touch on what I actually mean by that. Then we're going to go into a little bit about who are these people hiding in plain sight. Yeah, they exist. They're in your face. And you can see them. They're visible. And they hate. So we're going to go into these people and who they are, and I'm going to share some of my experiences along with that. But before we get into all of that, welcome to all passengers all aboard the business class lifestyle aeroplane. At present, we have got 0 people in the live stream. I repeat, 0 people in the live stream. 0 people in the live stream. I know it's late, but you see me, I can go all night. Hey, I can do it all night, baby. It's late, so I'm kind of understanding of the fact that there may not be many people here. I'm in the UK and I'm doing it late. I'm doing it late night. Hey, that's what she said. Don't you? Hey, that's not me. That's what she said. So we can do it all night long if we have to. We've got to find a way, and I'm here to try and get you the best value and entertainment at the same time. And like I said, what we're gonna sort of touch on first is I've received some feedback. Thank you very much. The so-called bush watchers, who I like to take the mick out of, they have actually come back and fed back to me in private, which is a level of class that I appreciate. Sometimes, people don't like doing things in public, so they do it in private. That's absolutely fair enough. So what we're going to do now is we are going to have a look at some of this detail shared before we go into the rest of the show. This is quite important. I'm quite new to this. I do listen. I really, really do. I take on board any feedback that I get. I'm trying to improve here. I'm not going to get everything right, but the main thing for me is I try to improve and I take on every single bit of feedback that's given. And I want to hear from you guys. I really do. You know, all the time that I'm kind of saying or zero viewing the live stream, yeah, it's all fun and games, but I really want to hear from you. And we've heard from this person here, so I'm gonna give them the courtesy to answer some of their criticisms. And you know, it's well placed. This person, I believe, is coming from a position of love. I've, you know, removed their data, so you know it's going to be anonymous. But let's have a look at what this person says here. So so this was from yesterday's live stream. Obviously, we talked about property, and I think I touched on the fact that you've got to pay one way or another. You got to pay. I did want to make a bit of a song, a joke, and a dance about it. By the way, that was my yesterday's video. So that video is titled, if you want to go back to it, it's quite informative. You know, it was quite a, you know, a real video. There was no way, no mollycoddling around that video. So that was the #1 way to get on the property ladder. So it kind of ruffled a few feathers because it's quite a touching point, especially if you're from the UK. Buying property is a lot of people's dreams here in the UK. Home ownership is massive here, for various reasons. So I think I touched a few nerves, and we're going to come on to that. So she or he has come back to me, and they've said, you know, they asked me how I am. They said they're watching the live video. Great. It's good advice. It's always going to be good advice, you see. The real is in there, you know. This is edutainment. So the education is in there, the information is in there. And I want to get that across. Perhaps, you know, I want to try and entertain as well, because you know, I'm not a teacher here. But I go on. As you said, some constructive feedback, some really good advice you are giving. Who is your target audiences? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. Who is my target audience? I guess basically anyone, but to be honest, my target audience is whoever wants to live the business class lifestyle. And the reason why it's kind of the business class lifestyle is because most people work in businesses. You know, it would be great if everyone could start their own business or be an athlete, singer, or whatever, but most people work in business. They work in corporate, they're professionals. So it's kind of these kind of sort of, it depends how deep you want to go into it, but I would say early stage, mid stage, professional. But the advice is kind of universal. So you could be 16 years old, you know, fresh in education, and you could find it valuable. Same way you could be older, you could be younger, and still find it valuable. But the target audience, the target audience will choose itself. You know, whoever likes it will be the audience, and I'll cater to them. And the more I get the feedback, actually, the more I can tailor the content to those people. So reduce the sound effects. Reduce the sound effects. Man, you don't like the sound effects. Can't please everyone over here. And the interval between your advice may be too long, and maybe if you reduce the amount of emphasis you put on the advice, e.g., you'll pay only a couple of times as good and not dwell on it for too long. Okay, so basically, I think the person's saying I'm going into a little bit too. I'm getting my damn groove on. I'm gonna be here all day and all damn night. I'm gonna take my time with you. I'm gonna slow stroke. I'm gonna be doing this all night long. Ooh, yeah. Nah, I'm kind of playing with it. I'm a playful character. I'm a playful guy. But the whole idea of this is I want to create an ambiance, a vibe. I want you to feel my personality. I don't want to just give you information cold and you run off. Some of you will want that information and want to run off. Guess what? There's other channels where you can they just say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you go. Run away. There you go, kids. Run away. Run along. There's channels like that there. This is not really necessarily that. I want to have an hour review where we have some fun, we get some information, we learn from each other, Right now, you guys don't want to do anything, so we're just learning from me because you guys, there's 0 of you in the chat. But then every now and then a bushwatcher comes along in secret and then reports and runs away, you know. But you know, she said here that it's taking quite long. But look, I've got this for all night. I've got this here for all night, and that's not what I said. That's what she said. Oh man, I'm bad. I'm super bad. Fix up on these jokes, right? I need to fix up on these jokes. Point taken, but I'm not necessarily going for that type of content where you just get the information, you run out. If you want to go, if you want to try come in, run out, there's other channels out there. This is where we sort of catch a little vibe, you get the information, you get some entertainment, we have some fun along the way. That's how I want to play it. Next, this person goes on to say, no swearing, e.g. kwasya. Oh my goodness me. So all 0 of you in the live stream, is there any Ghanaian scholars in the live stream? Because kwasya, is that a swear word? If it is, then, you know, I don't really want to be using profanity. But in my mind, that is not a swear word. And for those who don't know, that is the Ghanaian word. It could be roughly translated into what I think is idiot, but maybe it's a lot stronger than that. You know, people may be put off. This is what I'm trying to say. This is kind of like, I'm doing this for nothing. There's all 0 of you in the live stream right now. Yeah. I'm going to have to try and entertain myself too, right? So, and I want it like that. I don't want to have a channel where everything's sort of super serious and, you know, no one can have a laugh, no one can be a bit playful with it. But fair enough, you know, I might tone it down a little bit. So we'll see. I guess, you know, the last stream, I had 3 of you. I had all 3 of you in the live stream, and there was an alarm going off, there was horns going off everywhere. So obviously that stream, it kind of went mad. And if you just jumped onto that stream and you just saw alarms going off and this and that, and the guy's going mad because he's got 3 people on a live stream, yeah, you could have said, yeah, the sound effects were a bit much. But generally, you know, unless today there's 4 of you in the live stream, if there's 4 of you in the live stream today, it's gonna go off again. But generally, you know, we get a few little sound effects here and there, but not as much as there was that time. Again, I'll take that all on board. So next, they go on to say, you are dressed professionally. Jesus, I'm slick Rick up in this, man. What do you mean dressed professionally? I'm dressed deliciously about professionally. I'm the man. I'm Rick rolling, and it's all going on. It's all going on. This time of the night, this time, I can do this forever, man. I can do this. That's right. Tell them, man. That's right. I can do it all night long. But I appreciate that compliment. I do. And there's a reason for that. I'll come on to that one day, but there's a reason for that. The image is very important. You're dressed professionally, and so it needs to come across as more professional. Does it? Well, does it? Criminals wear suits in court, don't they? Don't they? I see where this person's coming from. It's fair criticism, fair criticism. I like that. I like where she's coming from. Also, please, it feels like you're judging people who are still living at home for other reasons. Oh, man. Oh, man. Why are you saying that? Why is it? Is it because... Your rent's due, motherfucker. Is it because... Your rent's due, motherfucker. Look, that whole live stream was an absolute a joke and a laugh with some serious information and advice in there. The reason why I'm able to kind of take the mick out of people or the situations, because I've been there. I was the one that was sitting on my funds and, you know, desperate to wait and get this great deal. I'm laughing at myself. I'm not judging people who are still living at home. Guess what? I've lived at home for years. Years. if anyone's the master of living at home, I'm the master of living at home, right? I've felt all that brunt and backlash and the jokes and the laughs, and you go to work and people are people are saying that your mom's doing everything for you. I've been there. That's why I'm laughing, and I'm kind of trying to almost cheer people up that are potentially in that situation. But I do get it that it can come across as mocking. I do get it. But there's also a bit of trolling in there. We got to have some fun out here, don't we? We got to have some fun, and clearly, your rent might be due, so you might feel some type of way when I talk about it. So, no. I know this person. They're great, and they're very sincere, and they're probably thinking about maybe a wider audience and how they might perceive it, and also, things can get taken out of context online. I've seen it. We've all seen it happen lots of times where a message or a joke is taken out of context. So look, this person probably trying to protect me in some way, and I really do appreciate it. But this is free, and there's all 0 of you in the chat. I've got to entertain myself somehow. You know what I mean? I've got to entertain myself somehow. Otherwise, it's going to be game over for me. And this is the type of feedback that I actually want. The key thing that I took away from there is the information and the value is real, and that's the starting point. 'Cause this is a value world, right? This is a whole value world. Anyway, I came back to her, so let's just see this message that I sent back to her. So I said, many thanks for this feedback. I'll address the points on the live stream. Obviously, we'll keep you anonymous as I want her all to myself. I want her all night long. Woo-wee. Woo. That's what she said. I didn't say that. That's what she said. You should have seen what I did, but that's what she said. And I'm funny. I am funny. Am I really? Okay. I came back. I said I'd really appreciate it. I will actually take some of it on board. So thanks very much for your open feedback. But what I also said after that was, you've noticed that I'm dressed professionally, but my thing may not come across as professionally as I'm dressed. There's a lot of sounds in there that you've noticed. You've noticed this word kwasia. Look, this is a good piece for anybody watching. You being you is your superpower. No one can replicate this. If I do it the way she's describing, guess what? I'm in the sea of people that are replicable. They've seen it all before. No one's seen this slick looking son of a gun. No one's seen this talking all this, slang and this and that. And this is not put on. This is more or less the different types of ways that I can actually communicate. So why not just be my full authentic self and then be unique for that? Because uniqueness is what sells. Uniqueness is, I can always offer something different, and I want to kind of maintain that. And it's not by accident that maybe I'm speaking a certain way, maybe I'm wearing a suit, and maybe there's still 0 of you in this live stream. Am I going to get one person in this blood clot? Am I going to get one person in this thing tonight? They've had enough of me. They got butthurt. They got butthurt the other night. Rotted. Jeez, I shouldn't have gone in on them, man. I shouldn't have. I forced them to just pay for a house at the right price and just be a bit clever about it. But they've seemed to they've run away from me, man. They've had enough. They don't want anything to do with me. But I don't even think you see the second message, which is a bit annoying. You don't need to see the second message anyway. It says literally the exact same thing as I said, so you don't really need to see the second message anyway. But yeah, it's good that this person's actually giving me the feedback, and I'll make some adjustments. I'm not gonna, like last time, the alarm bells going off and all that jazz. But yeah, any feedback you guys give, honestly, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Any view that I see, the reason why the music's going mad, so I'm really appreciative of it. I get excited about it. any likes, any of that. I just feel so fortunate and pleased that there's actually someone there, because right now what's there is plastic and something that looks like a bit of a glass kind of thing. It's a camera. That's all that's there, and I don't know if this is getting received. So please, any feedback that you've got, put it in the chat. Email me, message me directly if you got those details. Feel free, and I will listen. Like, you know, everything's anonymous, but I will definitely listen. So let's get back to today's show. So your haters are hiding in plain sight. Beware. And then we're going to go into the top 6 haters of all time. And I'm going to share some of my stories with you along the way. So what do I actually mean when I talk about haters in plain sight? What do I actually mean by that term? Well, essentially, when I say haters in plain sight, what I'm trying to say is people who are negatively affecting you, even destroying you, that you actually know. Okay, so they are hating in plain sight. You know, but you don't know, and they're hating. So we're gonna touch on it. We're gonna touch on a few different groups of people, and it's an important topic because you need to protect yourself and your energy in this world. You know, this world is not free. It's all good and well having enemies that you know, but the hater in plain sight is an enemy that you know but don't know, in a sense. And these are the ones that can really get you, you know? So that is what effectively what I mean by having haters in plain sight. And we're going to start, well, before we get any further, right, this is a bit morbid, right? So I've got a statistic for you, okay? So again, it's a bit morbid. What percentage of homicides, which is what they say in America, or murders, would you say have occurred where the victim knew or had a link to the killer? I'm going to let you use all your options and answer. I'll give you some time. Hopefully you've had enough time to, you know, phone all your friends. But basically, where there's been a homicide or a murder, the statistics show that 75% of them that occur, the victim knew or had a link to the killer. This is what I mean by haters in plain sight. This is what I mean by haters in plain sight. They're like, hi, stab, 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 stab. Stab, 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 stab. Your haters are in plain sight. They're like, hi, let me grass you up, let me tell tales on you, tell gossip. That's your haters in plain sight. They're just like that, and then gossiping through their teeth, gossiping. Yeah, he's a div, he's an idiot, he's an a-hole. Hi, that's your haters in plain sight for you. They're right there, smiling. And then stab. That's your haters in plain sight. That's what they're trying to do to you. They're right in your face, smiling in your face. You wouldn't know that they're doing anything, but they're destroying you. Haters in plain sight. And we're going to touch on them in chronological order from 6 to 1. Something else to add there, actually. So obviously, look, 75% of the murders or homicides that happen, the victim knows or has a link to the killer, right? Haters. If you are or have European ancestry, that figure goes from 75% to 85%. These haters, man. I'm telling you, these haters, they're smiling. Stop. I'm telling you, watch your haters, man. I'm telling you, I shouldn't really be joking about this. Like, I mean, that's an extreme. Like I said, I don't want to get all morbid on you. That's extreme, but we talk about the analogy stab in the back. So, someone that has done you wrong. Haters hiding in plain sight before that gets taken out of context. But we're going to touch on all of these. And these statistics are real. So typically 75% victims, they know their killer. If the person is from a European background or ancestry, that figure creeps up to 85%. So it is very interesting. And I'm talking just in terms of people doing you wrong. I'm not talking in terms of like, serious crimes per se. Just generally people kind of doing you wrong in your day-to-day life. So in at number 6 is the number 6 top hater of all time is your boss or work colleague. See, some people might think this might be closer to the top, but it's number 6 because actually your boss doesn't even care about you enough to hate like that. That's the reality. I mean, if they cared enough about you, their hate would be higher. But your boss cares about himself. So if you keep yourself to yourself, they're not really gonna do anything too much, But they're one of the top haters of all time because what they try to do is they try to minimize your achievements, or if you achieve in public, they'll take the credit for the achievement. And this is the thing. I really believe in this concept, and be careful when you move jobs that you're not just choosing the company and the benefits and the role, but that you're also choosing the manager. And I'll tell you why. I strongly believe that you will never ever be as good as, or you can only be as good as your manager wants you to be. I.e., you could be the most amazing employee in the world. If your manager doesn't wish to promote you, to sponsor you, to support you, to big you up, you're going to be known as an average employee. Conversely, you can have an average employee, but their manager is like for them. Their manager is putting them on. Yeah, you do that presentation. I'm gonna set up a presentation. I get all the heads of department, and you're gonna be the one that's gonna run the presentation, and you're gonna be the one that's gonna introduce this new product or service or program. You're the one that's gonna do it. There's managers that want to actually put you on, and you could be average. And if your manager actually wants it for you, they could take your average performance and make it look like you are that guy or girl. But we're talking in the opposite sense, where your boss is an absolute hater, and everything you do, they're just keeping you down. You're trying to come up, they just that wasn't that good enough. You can't get promotion. The salary band, you're at the top of the salary band. You can't do anything. That type of a manager is a hater. But typically they don't care about you. So there's a bigger hater. You got bigger problems than your manager in terms of hate. Okay, that was number 6. Number 5. In at number 5, we have got your siblings. That's right. Sibling rivalry is absolutely real and rife, and you know it. You know it, man. Come on, tell the truth, man. It happens. Siblings, they fight, they make up. And that's the important thing, really. That's why, siblings wouldn't really be your top hater in plain sight because you know them, they're your sibling, but they wouldn't necessarily be at the top because typically at some point, I know so many people hold grudges for your whole lifetime, but at some point, because your siblings or family members, you would have an occasion where you ended up making up, basically. But no, sibling rivalries is absolutely real. A common sibling rivalry would be between, let's say, the oldest and the youngest. So what would typically happen, let's just I'm not saying it's me, but let's just say, Mum, you're not treating the young ones the same. When I was that age, you were beating me and you were doing this to me and you were doing that to me. You were more strict on me and you were hard on me. And now, you know, the neighbors don't even complain that you're making any noise. When I was there, the neighbors were complaining every time that they were making noise. In fact, the neighbors were clapping that I was making noise and screaming, because when I was screaming, I was scaring away all the robbers in the neighborhood. But now the neighbors are angry because you're not beating my younger sister or my younger daughter anymore. You're not beating her anymore, and now there's no one making noise to scare away the robbers. See, that type of stuff. So you'll be arguing kind of like against your maybe younger sibling, and they'll be arguing above you like, you're bossy, you ain't my mom, you're bossy. That type of sibling rivalry. And that's the friendly level, right? That's the kind of friendly level, actually. It can get more sinister. Maybe they can see that you're getting more attention in one area. For example, that you're getting more attention from your parents, and they're not. You know, when the newer child is born, obviously they get more attention. They might not like that, so they're going to distance themselves from you. They're hating. They see that you're getting the attention from the parents, they're going to distance them from you. Or maybe, you know, two sisters, you grow up. At some point, one of the sisters is getting more attention from boys. And then one of the other sisters is like, just tries to pull away and, you know, starts to hate and come at the other sister, and it starts getting like that. It's real. It is real. Sibling rivalry is real as it gets. But the reason why this is not really at the top is because typically, because there's blood involved, there's an element of it can't cross certain lines, or typically you end up making up because you are family at the end of the day. In at number 4, we have, and I hate this group. I've got a massive hate is a strong word. I strongly dislike the term of this group, because I think it's not, people have overrated this thing, and I don't think it's what people think it is. But the number 4 top hater of all time is your friends. It's your friends. Yeah, your friends, my friend, your friends. You're so, oh, but my friend, your friends, right? And the reason why I'm saying friends is because a lot of your friends are waiting to take everything that's yours. Your friends are waiting in the sidelines, and they're not actually supporting you. They're actually watching in envy and waiting to take your man, waiting to take your girl. The amount of times that I've seen or heard of a friend messing with another friend's girl or man, the absolute disrespect. Yeah, friends are one of the top haters of all time. And this is the thing, a friend doesn't have that blood. I'm not saying, you know, family is always going to be good to you because they're blood. We're going to come on to family. Family ain't getting away. Family ain't getting away nothing. I'm going to come back onto that family thing, but typically the blood does mean something. If you're just friends, people just come and go. People just come. You see it all the time when, let's say, a group of friends end up like in a situation. Maybe they all get bagged. They all get nicked. Next week, everybody's singing, everybody's talking, everybody's blaming each other, and then they all end up going down. All out of nowhere. It's supposed to be friends, right? It's supposed to be like this, yeah? Friends are some of the biggest haters of all time. You got to be wary about the people that you call your friends, man. You got to be very, very, very. Your friends are haters in plain sight. I'm telling you. You got to be very, very careful. Yeah, because they've got nothing to just come in and out of your life. And yeah, I get it. You know, you can build up friendships that are deeper than even family. But at the end of the day, they also have intel on you. You've shared so much with them. It's very, very, very risky business. So just be very, very careful with who you call friends, and just make sure that you can see your friends right in front of you And if they are hating, take it for what it is, because that is a hater in plain sight. We're getting into the top ones now. We're getting into the real, the absolute real ones now. So that was your friends. And like I said, we're not letting the family get away with anything. We ain't letting the family get away with anything, because at number 3, yeah, the top hater at number 3 is your rotted parents. I'm going to repeat, your rotted parents. Your parents. And I'll tell you why. What a lot of people are not aware of or don't really think about is there are a lot of parents who are afraid that their children, as sad as it is, they're afraid that their children will go either higher than them, yeah, and they don't want that. They don't want to have kids that are smarter than them, okay, and they kind of want to maybe put you off basically they want you to live your life through them. Yeah, they want to control everything that you're going to end up doing. Yeah, and when you come with things that you want to do, or maybe in some respects they might have a thing to say that makes sense, because let's hold the hands up, a lot of the time parents are always right. Let's be real. A lot of the time parents are always like, but they're the number one haters. So they come down hard and strong, and they a lot of the times won't let you make your own mistakes. I'll give you an example. I was a very, very talented footballer growing up. Like, to the point where people used to come to my mum's house and be like, this kid, like, come on, like, basically you're supposed to pay, like, at that grassroots level, to go to all these like kids competitions and uniforms, pay for all these kits and all. I was never paying nothing. People were coming to my mum's house and be like, this kid is, I want this kid, you got to sign this kid, sign here, I want this. But then it gets to a point where you get older and your mom's now saying, no, I want him to focus on this. No, he needs to go to school. No, I don't know anything about football, or I don't know anything about acting, or I don't know anything about mechanics, or I don't know anything about builders, so I'm not going to let him do that. Bruh, like, your parents can be the I mean, this is number 3. This could even be number, but this could be number 1. A lot of parents have destroyed a lot of kids' lives with hate. It's a real one. Another example is, let's just say you are let's just say things didn't go well with your parents, right? And now one of the parents is taking it out on you. So let's just say your dad is now taking it out on you, and this your mum this, your mum that, your mum this, your mum that. If it wasn't for your mum, you're just like your mum. You're just like your mum, or your mum had a bad breakup with your dad. They're no longer together, and every time you do anything wrong, you're just like your dad. You're not gonna do anything. Your dad is it because of your dad. Your dad. That is damaging and hating, man. That is not good. It's amplified by the fact that it comes from your mum. A child will have to take that on board and take it somewhat seriously, because that's coming from your parent. You know what I mean? So yeah, your parent at number 3 in terms of the 3rd top hater of all time is real. It is absolutely real. Next, hazard a guess. I'll give you some time to think. This is number 2 now, so there's only 2 more spaces. So what is number 2 in terms of the most top 6 biggest haters of all time? What would come under number 2? I'll give you some time to think. Okay. So at number 2, we have here your gal or your man, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, whatever you want to call it. The number 2 biggest hater of all time is your man or girl. This is you already know. I don't need to go. You already know. I mean, a lot of you girls are out there. You want to better yourself. You're into trying to improve yourself. You like to develop. You want to level up just in all areas of your life, particularly health, wealth, and relationships. And when you start moving this way, especially in the area of wealth, yeah, when you start moving this way, it works both ways. But when you start moving this way, and you start propelling in your career, you notice that your man's now distant. You notice that your man now he doesn't want to talk about anything. He doesn't want to support your team. He's a hater. Your man's a hater. Your man's a hater. He knows everything about you, and he knows that you really want this. And as soon as things start picking up that way, he's distant and in the corner. That's the real. A lot of the times, it's your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend that is one of, if not the biggest hater of all time. It's crazy. I mean, my scenario, I was in a scenario where, again, I'm out here, I'm trying to, we got a blood clot person in the live stream. Big up. Put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat to say hello. Say hello to Marcus in the building. In the building. Come on. If you say hello to Marcus, we'll keep this going all night long. Yeah, that's not what I said. That's what she said. But no, I really appreciate it. I don't know who this other person is. There's 2 people in the live stream right now. I might be one of them. And there's somebody else there. Whoever you are, know that I appreciate you. Know that I see you as a person, not just a number 2 on my screen. So hopefully when you report back to your Illuminati man, then it's all good news. If you don't want to speak to me or report to me or give me some feedback, just when you report back to your man, then just make sure I stay alive. You're gone, innit? You ran away, innit? You had to run away. Well, okay, we'll leave you where you are. Yeah, bush watcher. You literally, they just ran away and reported me. Yeah, he's there again. The tie is yellow this time. The tie is yellow. Yeah, he's yellow. Yeah, and he's talking. Yeah, he's skinning teeth. He's skinning teeth. He's having too much fun in there. He's in there skinning teeth. There's too much laughter. I can't have that. We're skinning teeth. Oh man, he came in there. There's too much laughter. Everybody was having too much fun, so they ran away. Their tail tucked between their legs, and there's just all one of me in this live stream. Okay, we're gonna get back now because we had a good little surprise there, but they ran away. The day I get 4 people in this live stream, it's gonna go. They're gonna be alarmed. Everything's gonna. I'm gonna just be jamming that sound system, man. But you came in briefly, you've done your thing, you said hello. I respect that. Thank you very much for entering the live stream. Whoever you are. The number 2 most biggest hater of all time, like I said, is your partner. And I'll give you a story. So even in the situation that I was in, I've tried to, better myself. I put all my eggs in one basket. I try to do my best to progress in football. It's quite, it's a very, very difficult industry to break in. I'm struggling to get contacts. I'm traveling over the world for opportunities. I'm doing everything I can to break into football, get some opportunities, get some trials, get a contract and progress. And, I'm doing everything right day to day. I'm eating right. I'm sleeping right. I'm playing. And then at the time, I'm with a girl, and you know what this girl said to me? She said she's been watching me. She sees how I'm so focused and engrossed, and actually that she is worried, petrified, and terrified that if you do get the big move, if you do reach your dream of becoming a footballer, I'm so scared and petrified that you're going to end up leaving me. So I kind of almost don't even want you to bloody get the football and do the dream. There is haters in plain sight. There is haters in plain sight. This was my partner. This was my girlfriend at the time. I kind of took that with a pinch of salt. See, it was in plain sight, and I'm kind of You have got haters in plain sight, and it's these types of people that will end up messing you up. It's not going to be a stranger. It's going to be someone that you know. That's why I'm saying plain sight. You can see them. They're in front of you. You day by day, you're rubbing shoulders with them. You might be sleeping with them. You might be even all night long with them tonight. You tell them, Lionel. You tell them. So you just really got to be careful and just kind of protect, especially your energy and the way you move. All right. So we're coming on to the final one. So we've gone from 5, 6 all the way down. So number 6 in terms of biggest hater of all time was your boss. 5, your siblings. 4, your friends. 3, your parents. 2, your partner. And it's time for number 1. I'm going to get some time to think about it. You tell me what it is. Any ideas or takers? The number 1 biggest hater of all time. We've gone round the whole block. We've gone skirt. We whipped it round. We ripped it round the whole block. We didn't see no ops. We looked at your partner. We looked at your parents. We looked at your friends, your siblings, your work people or boss. Who else is left? Who else is left? We're the last ones left. Who else is left? I'm going to tell you right now who the number 1 biggest hater of all time is. You're not going to like this. The number 1 biggest hater of all time is yourself. You are the number 1 biggest hater of all time. That's right. That is 100% right. You looking in the mirror right now, yeah? Because what you do, right, is you have this hating energy and you walk around with this unhappiness that you end up actually blocking your own damn blessings. Yeah? Your mindset, your mindset is not the right mindset for you to actually blossom. Yeah, you are hating on yourself. You have no self-confidence, no self-assurance. You are the biggest damage to yourself with that mindset. That's the biggest hater you can ever have. The biggest hater, because all of those guys, you can't do anything about those guys, right? You can't do, your partner want to try and hate you because you went out and you keep looking sexy, or your parents want to try hate on you because you keep changing jobs, or your friends want to hate on you because all of a sudden now you got that new job, and then you're now able to go on holidays and they can't, and your siblings are hating on you because you got a whole new set of friends and they're just at home all the time. Your boss is hating on you because you're looking good at work. You cannot control any of those elements. That's why they're number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. The reason why you are the number 1 biggest hater of all time, because there's something you can control and you're doing it to yourself. Yeah, you're being envious. You're not showing gratitude. Yeah, appreciation for the things that you actually have. Right, and as a result, you're going into yourself and you are not able to receive blessings. You're cornered off, you're blocking everything off, and you're boxed in. You're hating on yourself, man. You need to stop that, because that's something you can actually control. Move with a sense of openness. Move with a sense of gratitude, understanding, positivity. Don't stink up the place with your negativity and then start running around saying you got haters. You hate on yourself, man. You hate on yourself. You never back yourself. You're scared all the time. You don't take any risks. You are the biggest. You are the number 1 hater of all time, and you're sitting there crying now. Why am I a hater? Oh, you say I'm a hater. It's not fair. It's not fair, no. But my mum, my mum did that to me, and I can't come back from that. But my mum did that to me, and it was my girlfriend's fault. My girlfriend, bruh. All of that's excuses. You can't control what other people are gonna do, and you can't control the people are going to hate, but you can control your reaction. You can keep it positive. You put your best foot forward, and you can appreciate the fact that you've got a chance to make a difference. Okay? And that's what I want you to take away from this. You've got a chance to make a difference, despite all the hate around you, all the noise, all the enemies, the people, the spies, the bushwatchers, everyone and everything that's around you. Despite all of that, you've still got the ability to put your best foot forward and drive positive change in your life. And that's what I wanted to get through to you today. But I wanted to tell you that despite all of that, right now, you're brushing shoulders with haters in plain sight. Day-to-day people that you probably wouldn't even think too much about it, but protect your energy against them and protect your energy against you. Think about what you're thinking about, man. Stay in a positive mindset. You are your own worst hater. Stay in a positive mindset and mind frame, because that's something that you've actually got control of, okay? And I know you can do it. I know you can block out all the haters, and I know you can focus on the goal and get the damn job done. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can be like a Super Mario, and you can be invincible and run through the whole game and no one can touch you, and everybody's just blowing up around you. I know you can get the job done. So block all that nonsense out and focus on yourself. Stay in a positive mindset and press forward, man. Press forward. Stay focused. Okay? Come on, son. Yeah? I've identified the haters. Be aware of them. Protect your energy. Protect your energy against your mum's nonsense, or your girl's hatred, or your boss's trying to put you down, or your siblings trying to cast you out, your friends trying to go against you, snake on you. Protect yourself from that, but focus on staying in the right positive mindset so you can achieve the things that you want to achieve, because you're in control of that. But damn it, yeah. I never ever remember to put this thing down, man. I need to start remembering to put this thing down. Sorry, we're gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna change it around. We're laughing in the background. He's changed the topic. It's so annoying. I like to keep these talks going on for about 45 minutes to an hour. I usually put this down at the start, what I'm supposed to do. I always forget, and then it should count, or transfer in about 45 minutes to an hour the sand to the bottom. We forgot to do that today, but we're gonna have to wrap up. We're gonna have to wrap up anyway. So that was it. Your haters are hiding in plain sight, and we touched on the top 6 haters of all time, and I shared a few stories with you on top of that. So we're gonna end, and thank you very much for joining me today. Unless, of course, you want me to. All night long. All night. All night. You're not ready for me to go all night long, man. The way I start, you're not ready for me to go all night long. And you ladies, you just sit back. You're not ready for me to go all night long. But we're gonna end in a positive affirmation. You might say it's cheesy. You might just be a hater, as I just touched on. But words are powerful. So if you'd like to, repeat after me. I will be, do, and have everything I want in this life and create my own destiny, because that is my divine will and I have been ordained to do so. Let that sink in, and we're going to go again. Say this with all your energy and passion. I will be, do, and have everything I want in this life and create my own destiny, because that is my divine will and I have been ordained to do so. You guys have all been amazing. I had a great time here. Hopefully you find that valuable. I would love to hear from you on any other topics you want to hear of, any other, you want to call it criticisms, anything that you want to share. If it was of any value, please like, and I will see you tomorrow.